Ladies and gents, welcome back. It's the New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers preview. Saints versus Packers. I'm about to get into that. But first, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to this page and most importantly, hit that notification bell to be notified of every video that I make. All right, let's get right on into this Saints versus Packers. This game has taken on a completely different demeanor. You know, when you look at this game prior to the season opener, you think Drew Brees versus Aaron Rodgers is going to be a shootout. And unfortunately for the Packers, Aaron Rodgers went down with what will be a season-ending injury, most likely. And it's very unfortunate for them. But I'm about to get into the three things of many that each team has to do to have a chance to win this game. First up, I'm going to start with the Packers. All right, first up, they have to run the ball. Look, they have two talented running backs, Aaron Jones, Ty Montgomery. Both can catch out of the backfield. They are going to have to turn their team into a run-first team, and the Green Bay Packers have been that for a long time, considering Aaron Rodgers is that guy, that man. But these running backs are talented. They have Jamal Williams as well. They're going to have to lean on their running game to make Hundley successful. Next up, they are going to have to make the Saints run the ball themselves. I mean, look, the Saints can do both things well, run the ball, pass the ball, but if you're going to have to pick your poison, you don't want to sit up there and say, okay, we're going to stop the run and let Drew freaking Hall of Fame Brees throw the ball across the lot. If I'm choosing one, I'm going to have to live with Ingram and Kamara, and that's not good in itself, but you have to pick your poison. All right, and the third thing the Packers have to do is they have to simplify the playbook. Obviously, Brett Hundley isn't Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre for that case, so whether it's a read option or many things to feed to Brett Hundley's athleticism, they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to, I would have to think that the long ball is out of the window, most likely. So dump it down to the tight end, dump it down to your running backs, your check downs, and they're going to have to simplify the playbook for Brett Hundley. If they do that, they have a chance in this game. All right, I'm about to get into the Saints. Number one, they have to stay balanced. They have Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, and I gotta say the trade of Adrian Peterson worked out for both parties involved. It gave Ingram and Kamara time, more carries, and more opportunity. You see what they did last week. But Drew Brees, looking at the game plan, Drew Brees can probably throw for 50 times and win out in this game. But you don't want to have to do that. You want to keep your team balanced. And you look at last week, the offense moved really well by just running the ball. If you get Drew Brees involved here and there, that can be a recipe for success here and in the future. Number two, you have to make Brett Hundley beat you. And by that, I mean, look, you're going to have to stack the box. You're going to have to stop Ty Montgomery. You're going to have to stop Aaron Jones, because Green Bay's game plan, I'm sure, as I mentioned earlier, they're gonna get their running backs the ball, whether that's stacking the box, whether that's bringing those blitzes that Dennis Allen brings. You're gonna have to do all of that, make Brett Hundley stand back there like Tom Brady and beat you. Third up, they have to keep Brett Hundley inside the pocket. Okay, you cannot let Brett Hundley get outside the pocket, as I mentioned earlier. You're gonna have to make him stand in there like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, whomever that's unathletic, and you're gonna have to make him throw the ball by beating you down the field. Because once he gets outside, it's anybody's game. He can run. The receivers go into their scramble drills. Anything could happen. So whether it's keeping a QB spy on Brett Hundley, whatever the case, you're gonna have to keep him inside that pocket, and you have a recipe for winning this game defensively. All right, looking at this game, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's a much different game than what it would be if Aaron Rodgers was there. However, on any given Sunday, anything can happen. You just seen the Giants go into Denver and beat the Broncos. Who would have thought that? So what the Saints have to do is you got to take the Packers seriously. You can't just let up and think, okay, no Aaron Rodgers, we got this. Because that's what I think Denver did, and they lost. And the Saints could lose here if they do that. But looking at the result of the game, I don't really like to give results. And if I do these previews going forward, I won't really give results. But for the first one, I'll give you a result. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I have the Saints winning 30-20. 30-20, that's what I got. I think the Saints offense is going to be potent. That defense, if they stick to those keys, they're going to win this game. If they keep Brett Honey in the pocket, they're going to win this game. And Drew Brees and that offense is going to put up enough points. It's going to get into a situation, this is my opinion, I think the Saints are going to jump out ahead. I don't know if that's 14-0 or whatnot, but they're going to jump out into a double-digit lead, and then the Packers are going to start pressing. Once they see the Saints in the double-digit lead, they're going to think, oh, we got to keep up with Drew Brees. We have to abandon our run game. And once you abandon your run game, that's it, and you try to make Brett Hundley to be this guy that can shoot out with Drew Brees, that's going to be it. And from there, I think the Saints are just going to milk that clock away, run the ball, and milk out the game. So looking at this game, that's what I have. I give the Packers a chance. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be interesting. It's in Lambeau Field. Those fans are going to be going crazy, and they're going to want to get this for Aaron Rodgers. So I'm interested. I will be watching 1 o'clock Eastern time, 12 o'clock for me. I will be interested, and I will be watching every bit of it. So that's the end of this video. Tell me what you think down below. What you got? You got the Saints. You got the Packers. Who you got? What do you think is going to win this game coming up this Sunday?